Hey my friend, I'm Alex and welcome back to Audio Edges. Today we are going to be diving into an amazing plugin that I love to use for mastering and just beefing up any audio in general. It's by Sonix, it's called Oxford Inflator, and I know you're going to love it. So I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown of exactly how this plugin works so you can start using it in your mixing and mastering chains. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think. All right, let's dive in. All right, so here we are. We got a track by an awesome artist called Jews. I mixed this a little while ago and it's out now. It's called Superheroes. This is from Sonix Oxford Inflator, Oxford plugins. This inflator effect is just wow. I got the free trial of this a little while ago and I absolutely loved it. And I knew I had to get my hands on this plugin and just add it to my arsenal. So let me show you how it works. If you've never seen it before, it's different than a limiter. It adds meat, it adds harmonics and meat, and it does it in a really unique way that no other limiter plugin or saturation plugin has ever really done. And that's why this plugin in particular is so popular. So let's have a look at how this works. And if you've never seen it before, it's a little bit confusing. So I'm going to explain that to you now. Here's how you're going to want to set this up. When you open up the plugin, it's going to be on factory default, and it's going to have this clip protection, okay? But what you want to do is actually turn that off so that you can drive up the input into the plugin and see when it starts clipping. Then you can back it off. I believe if you have this on, it's not going to show you that clipping, and you need to see where it is. So turn that off to start. And you'll hear I'm turning it up now until we're hitting this 0 point here. So it's too loud. And when you do this, of course, you're going to want to go to the loudest section of your mix and test this in a few different spots in your song so that you make sure you're not clipping things, okay? Let's say for this song, let's say that this input is safe up until this point, okay? Now, the way this works is we're going to want to set an output so we don't clip the mix, okay? Just to be safe in this example, I'm going to go -1. And here's where the magic happens in this plugin, the effect percentage, okay? So you have to make sure we put effect in, and all we do to inflate the mix, it's going to add dynamic, it's going to add punchiness, it's going to add this beautiful harmonic sonic character. And that's just all in this effect, okay? And we can turn that, we can drive it all the way up anywhere from 0 to 100. In some cases, I've turned it all the way up to 100, and that sounded great. But I found recently, just with the way that I do my mastering chains, and I may even add a limiter after this, like in some cases, I'm not gonna wanna do that because I'm just gonna end up distorting my mix. So I'm just gonna drive in the effect up until I really feel the mix coming to life. That's the best way I can describe this plugin, just the mix coming to life. So you're going to hear that now, and let's do this example. Do you hear that when I turn it down, how the mix kind of just dulls out? So honestly, right around, obviously once we got to 100, it was like crushing it, right? You could hear that. Let's listen. So too much effect. Let's try it. 50, 60% sounding unreal, okay? One other thing to keep in mind is this curve here. This is gonna just determine this curve determines the style of the effect that you're putting in. So we can actually, it gives us some information here. The curve fader modifies the processing characteristics and the sonic effect, okay? So if we go 0 to 50, it's gonna sound a little more bright, and it's gonna sound a little more dark if we bring the curve down, okay? So let's have a listen to that now. Okay, you hear that difference when I pulled it way down? The mix got warmer, it got a little bit darker, and then we're going brighter and more sparkly up with the curve. Okay, however, if you worked really hard on the way your mix sounds, you're probably not going to want to apply any type of crazy curve to this. So sometimes I'll find myself leaning it a little bit brighter. Like I said, I like to tend to like things bright for that kind of pop radio sound. But you may also, there are also times I'll just leave this curve at 0. Most of the time I'll just leave it at 0 and just bring a little bit of that natural effect of this plugin in like that. Okay, this is Oxford Inflator. Here's a before. Actually, that was the after. So here is the before. All right, and I can tell I'm maybe driving this input a little bit too hard. This is a pretty loud mix already, so you'll always finesse things as you go, okay? But for the sake of this little tutorial, I think that we accomplished that today. So because you made it to the end of this video, I want to give you a free gift from me to you. It's called my Ultimate Mixing Tips and Hacks Guide. And it is a massive list of all of my best mixing tips. It's really cool because it's a chart. And on one side of the chart, it says, are you experiencing this? For example, my vocals are not bright enough, or my drums aren't punchy enough. And then on the other side of the chart, it says, do this. In that case, do this. Add, this type of shelf to your vocals, add this frequency, add some parallel compression to your drums doing exactly this. It's a if this, then that, and it covers so many scenarios in mixing. If you just print this chart out and keep it next to you while you work, you're gonna just be able, every time you run into a problem in your mix, you're gonna be able to refer to the chart, find a solution, and get your mix sounding better and better and better. People are loving this absolutely free guide, and it's making me so happy to know that people are enjoying it and finding it really, really helpful. These are just things that I use every single day. They help me. My clients love the mixes because of these tips. So I wanted to put that together for you so that you could have something to refer to. It is absolutely free. And I'm going to put that link at the top of the description for you right now. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you go download that. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. That's all for today, my friend, and we'll see you soon.